and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chloe Cousins and I work with sacred sites, light body technology, Merkabah technology and the grids in general. So in this video I would like to share what's been coming through for the energies of July, and it is big, let me tell you that. So I want to go a little bit into this to kind of give you that high overview so that you can support yourself. You're going to get the heads up, you're going to be able to be guided within yourself, within your intuition, as to what is going to support you moving forward. I'm going to share a little bit of what I am doing myself, because the energy really is going to ramp up hugely in July, as if it wasn't already and has been already very, very intense. Now, part of this intensity this year is because it's the year of endings and new beginnings, and depending on how well your ego, your personality handles change, whether that change is from an external situation that is then, you know, triggering and is creating an impact for you, or whether it's within yourself that you can feel like things bubbling up for you. You might not know exactly what it is, or some of you may do, but it's all for getting each one of us in that higher stream of consciousness. So what has happened this year, and a little bit from the end of last year, is that there's really, over this, let's call it this like 12-13 month period of time, the three major outer planets have moved, and this will be the last one on the 7th of July, into a completely different sign. And so this has a huge impact on our psyches, on our energies individually, and of course in the collective. So what is happening in July, on the 7th of July, is that Uranus is going into Gemini. So let's just break this down a little bit. Uranus is the planet of revelations. It's like the planet of disruptions, of shocks, of sudden inspirations, revelations. It's like electricity. It's highly, highly charged. It's very, very quick. It's rapid. And it can change everything literally within minutes, because it comes down like a lightning bolt. And the thing with Uranus is that it is expect the unexpected. Like, you're not going to really know what it is until it actually lands. Now, it's moving into the sign of Gemini. Now, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for each one of us. And so what that means is it's going to, as far as I'm really tuning in, it's going to be all around, at a spiritual level, it's going to be all around the galactic. It's going to open up so many of us to a whole nother level around anything to do with the galactic. So what does that mean? So collectively, we are going to start to see more disclosure. We're going to literally, it's like the Earth has been separated from the rest of the galaxy. And what we're going to see is that we're now going to become energetically open more and start to understand our place within this galaxy in terms of other civilizations, other beings, other planets with different types of life forms on it, and Earth is going to start to become part of that galactic community, because we have been totally cut off from it. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. So Gemini is all about the throat, the ears, communication, language. And what I feel is going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of shifts all around here, which means that some of us are going to really start to open up so much more to the galactic. So a lot of it's going to be around the causal chakra. Like there's going to be more stimulation, I feel, and activation around the causal chakra. Some people call the causal chakra the galactic chakra. And so there's going to be whole new forms of communication. You know, think about telepathy is going to come online so much more. Our clairsenses, all of our clairsenses are going to be activated a lot more. So we're going to be accessing so much more sacred knowledge, awareness. We're going to have a lot more downloads, a lot more channeling going on, so that as a collective we can start to immerse ourselves and open up more to this whole galactic citizenship. That's the kind of the way that I am seeing that. So this is all starting on the 7th of July, Monday the 7th of July, when Uranus goes into Gemini. So expect, there's going to be a lot around also thought patterns, belief systems, and things playing out to support people to dismantle a lot of restrictive patterning that we've had in the ways that we're thinking, and restrictions around that. And so what's going to happen is that we're going to get very impacted by a lot of that electromagnetic energy. And so there is a potential that we're going to feel quite wired. Now, we're already feeling that because of all the solar flares. So this is going to take it to a whole new level again. What I am suggesting, one of the things I would highly suggest to each one of us is to really work at balancing out that. So you want to balance out those higher downloads of electricity and electromagnetic energy through making sure that you fully ground more into your body and do any exercises in terms of practices that keep you grounded. So walking barefoot on the earth, going to get massages if at all possible, or doing some yoga, doing some exercises, doing certain things, whatever's possible for you, that helps you bring you into your body. Because with Uranus in Gemini, and Gemini is the mind, you can imagine how much your mind could get really, really overstimulated if you're not careful. So I do believe that balance is going to be really important, especially if you're going to be receiving more downloads, getting more insights and channelings coming through. Staying in your body is going to help counteract so that you don't get, otherwise you're going to get very, very wired, very, very wired. And so even taking, like maybe just cutting down coffee maybe a little bit, and taking some herbs, or eating foods that are a bit more grounding, if at all possible. So when I divined up the cards for this month, we got the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is very interesting card, and it to me it's very, very kind of showing us Uranus and Gemini to a certain degree. And what I mean by that is that the Chariot is about very fast. You imagine you're on this chariot and you're holding the reins and they're going really, really fast. But it's really easy to tip that chariot over if you're not completely balanced between all aspects of your being, especially between your male and your female. And this then links in at a higher level with the Merkabah. So your Merkabah is your vehicle of light. It activates at a certain level depending on where you are in terms of your light body and the crystallization of your light body. But it gets to a certain point where your Merkabah starts to activate. And what your Merkabah enables you to do is to travel interdimensionally. But when you're traveling interdimensionally, you're literally traveling. It's like, it's not so much visions, you're actually feeling it in your physical body as well. It's a very, very unique technology. And this is the technology that the ancient Egyptians really worked at, especially within the Giza pyramid, at harnessing and activating within themselves. But this would literally take lifetimes, because to even get to the point of activating your Merkabah, you have to be able to get to that absolute point of balance within yourself. So you could say that the Chariot tarot card is a little bit like the precursor to activating your Merkabah, because if you cannot get to that absolute state of balance within yourself. Now, I work a lot with this within the community and talk a lot about getting to 0 point. This is 0 point energy that you need to get within yourself. So it's not just balance between your male and your female, it's balance between all 4 aspects of you. So physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's balance between, say, the left and right sides of your brain. It's balance between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. It's a balance between those 7 chakras and then the higher chakras. So it goes on and on and on. There's balance at so many levels. There's balance between the emotional body and your mental body. And with Uranus stirring up so much on the mental plane, it's, you know, we're going to be asked and invited to really keep coming into deeper states of inner balance. Now, if you are able to do that, that's when your Merkabah can start to spin in a way that's balanced, that then enables you to travel interdimensionally and have these incredible experiences in these different worlds and realms. So one of the sacred sites in the world that is really amazing for coming into absolute balance is Angkor Wat. So I went to Angkor Wat in 2019, and what we discovered there, because there's a group of us that went, was that there was this, I don't even know how big that is, we just called like 1 square meter, I'm not too sure, but it was literally, wasn't very big. There was just one point, and when you stood on that one point, and we all had a go at standing on it, you could literally feel your whole body coming into a state of balance. It was incredible. Now, there's a lot of technology that is literally built in within Angkor Wat, as well as is, of course, on converging ley lines as well. But one of the technology, apart from this absolute state of balance, is there's these purification pools as well, and also Merkabah technology as well. So what I've been guided to do is, because every month we go to a specific sacred site and we download the codes from that sacred site, and I've been guided to go to Angkor Wat, and now I understand why that is, because of this ability that it has to create absolute balance within you. Because remember that every time we go through a quantum leap, every time we go through a huge shift of consciousness, there has to be a pulling up, there has to be a clearing first, and in that clearing is where we become unbalanced. And what can happen is that in that clearing process, people can get quite stuck or can get quite unbalanced. And this is a lot of the work that I do inside my Earth Star portal membership on the decoding and the recoding, because it's super important as the patternings and the programs come up for you to clear them, so that you can make that shift of consciousness, so that you can make that quantum leap and shift your reality. So Angkor Wat, we'll be going to Angkor Wat over the new moon on the 23rd of July. I'll put the links below if you feel drawn to going and joining us. So you can join us together just as a one-off journey, or if you want to come regularly and do these live planetary every month, I'll put a link for that as well. Now, the other big event that's happening in July is the Lionsgate portal is opening. So the Lionsgate is a very powerful astrological and numerological portal. And it's a portal that I work with every year. I tend to be in France, and again this year I will be in France, in southwest France, where the Qatar region is. It's Mary Magdalene country, and I will be, I'm actually taking a group there, and we're going to all these different sacred sites. There are possibility to join online remotely, and we do have one place left. If you literally just get that's very Uranus and Gemini. You suddenly get the download and that's it, you're off. So if you do have one place left, come and join us if that feels right. If not, there are online tickets. I'll put a link to that. But I also will be doing a Lionsgate portal for those that don't want to come and receive the whole 9 days in person or online. I will be talking a lot more about the Lionsgate. So but what I do want to do is just open that up, because it literally, the portal starts opening up on the 26th of July, and I decided just to do an early bird. So if you just know, and you kind of know if you know, because this is like one of my most popular events that I do each year. So if you know and it just feels right, or you've done a previous one and you know what they're like and you want to join this one, this will be the time right now to join, because it's on the early bird. The pricing will go up very soon. So yeah, this is a time to join if it feels right. You will, what's going to happen is I'm going to give you access to 4 activations. Now, a lot of the Lionsgate is going to be around the galactic. It's just galactic. It's crazy. And so I feel that the channelings from France, and especially over the Lionsgate on the 8/8, will be around opening up more of our connection to our starseed lineages, our cosmic lineages, just opening that up more so that you can become and connect more to your uniqueness. I've also on the 7th of July to the 13th, I'm doing 50% off my Star Whale Codes workshop. It's a really popular workshop, and it's all around activating and working with your star seed lineage. So you may feel drawn to that as well. But again, I'll put all the links below. So for recap, July really is all around balance, all around opening up at the galactic, and a decoding and clearing through your mental plane for your thoughts, anything that's been restricting you in terms of your awareness and being able to connect more to your galactic sense of self. And I feel it's going to be fast for a lot of you. It's going to open up a lot, and I feel that our clairsenses are going to open up more as well. Take care. Bye.